Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ava and I'm so happy to be sharing with you guys today my first ever speed build for The Sims 4. Now this build is called Fusion Abode and it's something a little bit different to all the builds that I have personally ever made for my own kind of personal usage, or the builds that I've already got up on the gallery, which you can have a look at yourself under my user ID, which is avateepee, and I will list that in the description below. But my usual style for builds have always kind of focused around, country buildings, or British countryside buildings, or a kind of New Orleans-y theme and things like that. So for my first ever build on my YouTube channel, I wanted to try something a little bit different and a little bit outside of the box to share with you guys, so that I can kind of challenge myself, and so you can all see the kind of variety in the things that I can do. And obviously my style of videos will also kind of change around the each kind of new video I'm going to do. I'm going to try and strive to do new and interesting builds that you guys would love to see, and if there is anything that you would like to see in particular, then I would love to hear about it in the comments below. So make sure you let me know what you think of this build once it's done. And like I said, if there's anything that you would like to see that you maybe haven't seen already, or something that you'd like to see recreated, in the comments below. Also, I thought this was a perfect time to start my channel because obviously on the 7th of June we have the new game pack for The Sims 4 coming out, which is The Sims 4 Dine Out. And I'm sure most of you know what that is, but if you don't, it adds the capability to the game to be able to run restaurants and build restaurants, own them, and kind of make your own chain and things like that. So I thought this was a perfect time to start my channel, so that when that game pack comes out, then I can share with you restaurant builds, restaurant gameplay videos, and also I can do a review of what I think the game is going to, what my kind of reaction of the game is going to be, and we can talk about that and discuss that in the comments. So I thought that that would be super duper fun. So as you can see, we are just kind of putting the outside shell onto the build as I've been introducing myself, and at the moment we're just popping some windows onto the build to have a little bit of a little bit of light in through the windows, so that your Sims will always get a little bit of nice pixel something vitamin C during the day. They've always got to get their vitamin C throughout the day, even if they're just kind of sitting inside. And now we are just kind of starting with the interior decoration, and we're just putting some vibrant colours into the walls and just getting everything ready, playing with different ideas and styles and colours and things like that. This build inside is a lot brighter than the outside building is, and I wanted that to be purposely done. There's so much going on in the inside of the house, as you'll see, that I thought having too much on the outside as well would kind of take away from that and it'd be a little bit too overpowering. So I've purposely made the outside less colourful, less busy, just very simple, so that the inside is allowed to be super eccentric and artsy and avant-garde. And I've also, like I said, I made sure that this build was using items that I necessarily wouldn't use in previous to starting this channel. So I made a real conscious effort to kind of do that. And like here, I'm popping in these little planter boxes and popping them on the table. I thought that was really cute. They're from Spa Day, I believe, and just kind of playing around with that. I love that table too, it's such a cool shape. I think we actually do get rid of that rug though, and in the end I believe that we don't actually have a rug in there. So if you guys felt like that rug was perfect for there, then you're always free to go and put that back in, but I didn't think that it worked for the kind of style that I was going for. I absolutely love these curtains from the Movie Stuff Hang-Up pack. They're very boho and chic, and they just kind of work with a lot of aesthetics and styles, so I thought that was a perfect no-brainer choice to do with that. Yeah, like I said, we're just playing with some different rugs here, but we eventually just take it out and close that entryway a little bit more, just to make it a little bit more intimate and to not have as much dead space just hanging around in the inside area. And once we've changed a few colours, I believe we're going to go on to adding a little bit of art here, which I originally go with the plum bob, but eventually change it to the picture from Cool Kitchen, which took me quite a while to find, although it's sped up here so you won't notice that too much. And we eventually go with that one, which I love, and we pop that in the middle there, just as a kind of central focal point as you go around the corner. Just adding in all the lights. I love those lights, and they work really well with that kitchen brick facade that you'll see there. And here we are adding in something which was kind of new to me and I really enjoyed doing, which was for a kind of office space, I used kitchen counters instead of, you know, a normal desk, so that it could kind of wrap around with that half wall. And I really like how that turned out on the end, and yeah, no, it just works really well and kind of keeps that aesthetic that I wanted for the house, which was, you know, this kind of modern, kind of artsy, kind of mismatched, but also very cohesive, if that makes any sense whatsoever. That was kind of what was going through my mind, and I'm just really happy with how it turned out. Here we go. I eventually found the counters that I was using. I was using the wrong ones. I was using the actual kitchen counters as opposed to the island, so I couldn't pop a chair up in there in the end. And we are now just going to start decorating that. I'm putting on some items, you know, the good old computers and the desk lamps and things like that, just to make it look a little bit better and a little bit nicer. And there we go, and some clutter items and some wall art and things like that all up. One thing that I didn't know until today is that you can put items on half walls. So you'll see I popped this little the stereo from Spa Day. I popped that on there, look, on top of the half wall, and I didn't know if that was a well-known fact or not, but I thought that was really cool. Also here we're using my favourite mirrors in the whole game, which I always double up. I think they make a nice kind of art statement piece when you double them up together. And that light, I've never used that light before, the little lamp. I thought that's absolutely beautiful. So we pop that into... Yeah, you can kind of see where the style is kind of coming through together now, and it's all very bright, and the colours are very opposite of each other, but for some reason they work quite well, which I quite like. Now this kitchen is something that I'm super proud of, but did actually take quite a long while to do and kind of get together. I was playing around with pieces for about 15 minutes or so. I think I was playing around with the kitchen, maybe longer, just to kind of work out where everything would go, and it took quite a while to kind of figure it out. But once everything's done, I'm really proud of it. I really like it. It's a kitchen that I've never done before. I've never done a style of kitchen like this, and yeah, I hope you guys really like it when it's finished. It's exciting to kind of see what you think as it's coming together. Like I said, those bricks that we're using in the kitchen, I love those. I love how the light of the ceiling lamps kind of reflect off of them. It looks really pretty with the game's lighting engine. Speaking of lighting engine, what do you guys think of the new lighting system that's coming out for the game soon? I don't know if you know this or not. With the Dine Out game pack, sorry. There's been speculation through trailers and art and screenshots and things like that of a new lighting system, which is kind of the lighting that is cast through shadows. Sorry, the lighting that is cast through the windows. It kind of, you know, it kind of falls through the windows and kind of drops on objects and creates extra shadows and looks really lovely. I want to know what you guys think of that and how you think it's going to work in the game, and if you're excited for it or if you're not. Personally, I am. I think it's going to be really cool and will look really, really lovely once it's all done and put together. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. And here you go, we can just see that the kitchen is now coming together really nicely. I believe everything's in the place it ends up in. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're nearly done with the kitchen actually. That wasn't too long at all. I love those little lab cylinders you saw me just put down, those white ones that actually, I think it says they're like lab technician wall lamps or something like that, but I think they could have been like a, you know, a sugar or a tea jar or coffee jar or something like that, bread jar perhaps. So I made sure to use that, and I was playing with the idea of a stereo there, but it didn't really work in the end, and I figured, you know, we've got an archway into the kitchen anyway, so it's not really something that we needed, because obviously the stereo is in the on the table on the half wall there in the study, so you can obviously listen to the music from through there. So I didn't think that was actually needed in the end. And now we're just kind of playing with the, I think what are we doing now? Hold on. Yeah, okay, we're adding doors in. We're adding doors in. Nice, we always need a door. And I'm just adding in a little extra wall there, just to kind of, again, separate the space and not make it so, you know, a long kind of dead area. So just adding in that little yellow wall there kind of definitely broke up the space. Now we're doing a bathroom, and bathrooms, as with many YouTubers I've noticed, are not my favourite thing to do. So this is a very simple bathroom. Feel free to change it up however you wish. I usually do a lot bigger, grander bathrooms, and I really enjoy those, you know, with the kind of corner bath and things like that. But, you know, for this kind of build, just something kind of simple and nice and clean was absolutely perfect. So we went with that there. And just adding a little kind of couch which matches the armchair by the entryway to the door, entryway to the house, and just adding some artwork on the wall there. Now here we're doing a little, and getting rid of that room there completely, and just extending the bedroom a little bit, and adding in a walk-in wardrobe from Get Together. Now I've never ever used blue wall paint in The Sims, ever. So I was kind of a little bit anxious to use it, so to say, but I actually really like how it turned out in the end. It's a lot less feminine of a bedroom than I would usually do, but I think it looks really lovely, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. So make sure to let me know what you think of the bedroom in the end. It's quite small, it's quite intimate. Obviously with bedrooms, you know, they're always kind of dependent upon the person, the sim that's using it, and the player. So obviously this might not be to your taste or the kind of style that you want for when you move in your sim. So obviously you can feel free to change that as well if you don't like the kind of situation that's going on there, but I quite like it. I'm quite happy with how it turned out in the end. I'm just cleaning up that little extra space there, just make it a little bit darker, trying to find something that works as a black wall paint to kind of clean that space up. And now we're just adding in a little table, and we're going to add in some more mirrors and a sculpture there, just to kind of free. Again, this is more of a dead space room, but I wanted to keep it in, and it looks quite nice in the end. So it's nice to kind of walk through into the bathroom and the bedroom. It's a little extra kind of semi hallway, so to say. So I'm quite happy with how that turned out for sure. What are we doing now? Oh, I love that rug. I've never used that before either. I thought that was kind of sweet. And just some kind of arty artwork for the arty farty sim that I designed this for in my mind. You know, a kind of artist and maybe a writer, or, you know, maybe just a kind of, I don't know, anyone really who just kind of likes the style, but I kind of went with that kind of convention in my mind. And here I think we just moved the entryway back, the little porch. We made it a little bit shorter, just to kind of, again, I don't like things to be, I'd prefer things to be more smaller and intimate if they can be. I don't like these huge open spaces when I'm designing houses. I like them to be closer together. So I thought that worked quite nicely in the end. So now we're just kind of going outside into the garden, just popping in the drain pipes and things like that, just to make it a little bit more realistic and a little more finish, you know, adding those finishing touches so it gives off that kind of impression. And I believe, yeah, I was just playing around with some outside kind of decorations, but like I said to you earlier, in the end I decided to keep the outside very kind of minimalistic and simple. And here we are changing the outside paneling to this one, which is a vertical one. And again, I was playing around with some colours, but just decided to leave it quite, you know, quite, I get not bland, but just not as vibrant as the outside, just to give it that kind of juxtaposition between kind of areas. And just popping in a little barbecue area, so you can sit out on the veranda in the summer and, you know, have a little nice little party with your family and friends, like so. Or even try out some of the new food that comes out when Dine Out release. and just putting in a little table, and I was trying to put some gym equipment, but in the end I just extend the bar onwards like that. And then I believe at some point I pop a little easel there in the corner. I was trying to put a fireplace there, no idea why, it looks stupid. And now of course we're doing the terrain painting just to make everything look a bit more finished. I like that as it adds a bit more of a realistic touch to the kind of area. Playing with these bushes, which never want to snap right, and it always really annoys me. So in the end we decided to go with the other ones, which are a little bit more thinner, I believe. Those ones, yeah, those ones there. Just to kind of frame that veranda. I thought it looked quite nice, and just to frame the back of the house. And there we go. All finished lovely. And do I keep those there? I don't know if I do. Yeah, no, I think I keep those there, and we'll see in the screenshots if we keep those there, the hedges at the front. But yeah, we're just moving the mailbox and twisting it that way so that you can access it. Putting a couple of deck chairs on the outside area just like so. And there's the easel. Yep, there we go. And we don't have too much left to do. We're just adding the finishing touches in like so, and adding another bit of wall art. And then I think we're going to upload it to the gallery in just a few seconds once we've added in a last yoga mat, just so you can practice outside and look at the view. And yeah, there we go. We're now uploading it to the gallery so you can see what I've called it. You can see the tags and all my details like so if you would like to go and download it yourself. And in a moment we're just going to head on to the screenshots. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed my first ever speed build on this channel. There'll be plenty more in the future, so make sure to subscribe to my channel, give a like and a comment below if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and see you later. Bye bye guys.